On day 23, we'll look around Oslo some more. We'll go down to the harbor and catch the ferry to Bygdøy. There we'll see the Viking Ship Museum, the Norwegian Folk Museum, then take a bus on over to see Kon-Tiki Museum, the Ship Museum, and the Fram Museum. First we go down to the harbor and look around. Then we catch the earliest ferry. We will pass the King's and Queen's Yacht Club and see the Norge, the royal yacht. There's been a long tradition of Norwegians and boats, so next we go to the Viking Ship Museum. Each wing houses a ship that was found in a burial. You can see here how a mast was attached so it was sturdy, but could be taken down for rowing up rivers. One of the barrels contained wagons, sleds, jewelry, and other sorts of daily items that would be needed for living. Here we see what rudders would look like. Let's look at some of the exquisite details we find here. Next up, we go to the Folk Museum. It is an outdoor museum made up of old buildings and farms moved in from all over Norway. Let's look inside the old parsonage. Here we see the parlor. This is the kitchen area. And this is the dining room. Now let's look at one of the old farms. We will note the sod roofs on these storage buildings. This is from the Ostadal area. Deborah constantly harassed the horses. And here's his ride. They have a program to show children what life used to be like. This is the Numedal area. You see the buildings here. The mouse-proof storage building. They make their storage buildings mouse-proof by raising them off the ground, making overhangs on all pillars, and making sure the steps don't touch the building. They have much to see here, including a stave church with elaborate carvings in it. They have a toy museum also. They also had actors playing various characters. Why, there is the Queen. Oh no, that's just Deborah. They also had folk dancing going on. Let's watch. Then off to another area with 3 new museums. First, the Kon-Tiki Museum, where we'll see Thor Heyerdahl's boats. The Kon-Tiki, which was made out of balsa wood and which he sailed across the Pacific to prove that they could have migrated to Tahiti. Then we come to the Ra 2. The Ra 1 sank. He used this reed boat to sail across the Atlantic to prove that people could have migrated from Africa to South America. Then the Tigris. He used it to sail around the Indian Ocean, but then in protest of the Gulf War, he burned it. Across the street is the Norwegian Maritime Museum. Here we are in the boat hall, where various fishing boats that are used by fishermen in Norway are found. This is their showing how to dry cod. Then down the street a few feet is the Fram Museum about Arctic exploration. The Fram was designed specifically for Arctic exploration. It had a very thick rounded hull so it would pop to the top instead of being crushed by the ice. You can go down below decks and see how they live. Very small cabins. Out back are various boat reconstructions, and you can see the Goya, the first boat to sail through the Northwest Passage. Then it's time to catch our ferry and head back to central Oslo. As we head through the harbor, a ship is leaving. Then back in Oslo for a little last-minute shopping. The Norwegians have many regional costumes they wear on their national holiday. Then Alan and Deborah head back to the hotel to pack and off to bed to go home tomorrow.